2097. Earth is a desolate, silent wasteland. 30 years ago, the Zorathians, an advanced alien civilization, invaded, snatching humans from their homes and imprisoning them in a zoo on their planet, Zorath. This isn't an ordinary zoo. Here, humans are animals forced to perform in the Zorathian elite's entertainment show, Galactic Circus. Their names are erased, replaced with numbers. Age 47. Jake Harper, a 30-year-old former NASA engineer. Every day, he performs in the Galactic Circus, dancing for the aliens, playing with their toys, and enduring the humiliation of their applause. But deep in his heart, he harbors a secret mission: to escape and free not just himself, but all the imprisoned humans. All he has are two things: a metal shard he pried from the cage floor, and a flicker of hope that keeps him going. One night, as Zorath's second moon casts its glow, Jake begins digging beneath his cage. Each scrape syncs with his racing heartbeat. Suddenly, a faint whimper reaches his ears. Outside the cage, a Zorathian named Zara stares at him. Zara is a Lowborn, part of the oppressed underclass of Zorathian society, forced to work like slaves for the Highborn elite. Her large, luminous eyes seem to say, "You want to escape, don't you? I can help you." Jake is wary. This could be a trap, but there's a pain in Zara's face, a pain that feels all too familiar. She hands him a small device, a signal jammer that can temporarily disable the drone's sensors. "Take this," she says, her voice carrying a strange softness. "There's a vent in one part of the circus that leads to a tunnel. You can escape through there, Jake, but be careful." Zorath, the zoo's warden, watches everything. The next morning, a new episode of Galactic Circus begins. Jake is thrust into a futuristic maze, dodging lasers, navigating holographic traps, and performing entertaining stunts for the alien audience. Their cheers echo with every step, fueling the rage in Jake's chest. But today, he uses Zara's signal jammer. As a drone's sensors shut down, Jake races to the spot Zara described and slips into a small vent. The vent leads to an old, damp tunnel system hidden beneath the zoo. He encounters another human, Emily Van Camp, a 22-year-old medical student from Cage 32. Emily's face is a mix of fear and determination, her eyes red from crying. She tells Jake that her brother, Ethan, was killed by Zorath when he tried to escape. "I'm not going back," she says, her voice firm with resolve. "Not even if it costs me my life." Jake and Emily become each other's strength. They press forward through the tunnel, but a drone spots them. Jake attacks with his shard, slicing through the drone's wires, but in the struggle, Emily's leg gets injured. Jake lifts her blood staining his hands. "We're getting out of here, Emily. Just hold on," he says, though his voice betrays a hidden fear. A message from Zara crackles through the jammer. There's a laser gate at the tunnel's end. The code is 7-4-2-9. "Hurry, Zorath is getting suspicious." Doubts swirl in Jake's mind. Can he trust Zara? But with no other choice, he pushes forward. Jake and Emily reach the tunnel's end, where a massive laser gate stands, beyond which a glittering Zorathian city is visible. Jake enters the code, and the gate begins to open slowly. But before it fully unlocks, a Zorathian guard attacks. Its robotic arm lunges for Jake's throat, but he slashes its circuits with his shard. Emily, using her medical knowledge, throws a small glass vial that distracts the guard's sensors. The gate opens fully, but a shock awaits on the other side. Zara stands there, and beside her is Zorath. Zorath's face is like a robotic mask, his eyes glowing with red light. "Animal number 47, he says, his voice chillingly cold. Did you think you could escape?" Jake's heart skips a beat. "Zara," he says, his voice breaking, "you betrayed us?" Zara's face is stone cold. "I'm sorry, Jake," she says. "This was the only way for the Lowborns to gain freedom. The Highborns promised to release my people." A sharp pain pierces Jake's heart. Emily grabs his hand, tears in her eyes. "Jake, we have to fight," she whispers. But then, A twist unfolds. Zara activates her signal jammer, disabling Zorath's guard sensors. "Run!" she shouts, firing her plasma pistol at Zorath. Jake and Emily sprint through the gate, but Jake glances back to see Zara battling Zorath. A deafening explosion engulfs them both, and they vanish. Jake's heart aches. Zara sacrificed herself to save them. He freezes, but Emily pulls him forward. "Jake, we can't stop now." On the other side of the gate, Jake and Emily find themselves in Zorath's Lowborn city, a grim, rundown district where the Lowborns, the oppressed underclass, live. Crumbling buildings, exposed wires, and small shops line the streets. They meet Chris Evans, a Lowborn rebel who has turned an old warehouse into a hideout. Chris's face is hardened, but his eyes carry a hidden pain. He explains that the Lowborns are fed up with the Highborn's oppression, but lack the resources or a solid plan to fight back. Jake, drawing on his NASA training, proposes a daring plan: seize Zorath's central broadcast tower. "If we can hack the Highborn's propaganda system," he says, "we can spark a massive rebellion between the Lowborns and humans." Emily, who has been quiet, speaks up. "Jake, we're doing this for Ethan, for all humans." Her voice carries deep conviction, and Jake sees a newfound strength in her eye. Chris warns them that the tower is guarded by an advanced AI defense system, and Zorath, who might still be alive, will stop at nothing to thwart them. Jake gets an idea. They need a Zorathian ship to reach the tower. Chris leads them to an old junkyard where a broken ship lies. Jake starts repairing it with his engineering skills, but the task is daunting. The ship's parts are ancient, breaking every other minute. Suddenly, a swarm of drones attacks the junkyard. Jake, Emily, and Chris fight together. Jake works frantically in the cockpit, while Emily and Chris fend off the drones with old Zorathian plasma rifle. A drone gets dangerously close to Emily, its laser grazing her arm. Jake yells and destroys the drone with his shard. Blood drips from Emily's arm, but she flashes a determined smile. "I'm fine, Jake. Just get the ship running, whatever it takes." Jake finally gets the ship operational, and the trio takes off toward the tower. Zorath's sky is a futuristic canvas, gleaming skyscrapers, neon lights, and hovering Zorathian vehicles, but their journey is far from easy. Zorath's new mech suit, a massive jagged robot armed with plasma cannons and laser blades, pursues them. "You tried to kill me, animal number 47. Zorath's voice booms through the ship's comms. "Now you'll die in my world." Jake pilots the ship with lightning speed, dodging lasers. Emily fires at Zorath from the ship's turret, but her bullets bounce off his armor. Chris activates an EMP device, temporarily disabling Zorath's suit, but it's not enough. The suit reactivates, closing in on them. Jake devises a risky plan. He steers the ship toward Zorath's industrial sector, where massive chemical tanks stand. Weaving through the tanks, Jake lures Zorath's suit into a trap. Emily shoots at a tank, triggering a massive explosion. Flames and smoke engulf the area, and Zorath's suit vanishes momentarily. Jake, Emily, and Chris crash land on the tower's landing pad. The ship's wing is damaged, but they're alive. They sprint into the tower, but Jake feels a gnawing certainty. Zorath is coming for them. Inside the tower, Jake, Emily, and Chris race toward the control room. AI guards attack along the way. Jake slices through one guard's circuits with his shard, while Emily takes down another with her pistol. Chris tries to hack the tower's security system, but is shocked by an electric surge and collapses. "Go!" he shouts. "Leave me!" Jake and Emily reach the control room. Jake activates the broadcast system, and his face appears on every holographic screen across Zorath. "I'm Jake Harper," he declares, his voice blazing with defiance. "We humans aren't animals. We're free. Lowborns, you're enslaved too. Rise against your oppressors and claim your freedom." His words ignite a fire in the Lowborns' hearts. Across the cities, rebellion erupts. Lowborns fight the Highborns, and the zoo's cages begin to open. But then, The control room door explodes inward, and Zorath enters in his mech suit, now even more lethal with plasma cannons, laser blades, and an energy shield. "You've destroyed my world, animal number 47, he roars. "Now witness your painful death." Jake, Emily, and Chris prepare to face Zorath together. Zorath's suit unleashes a laser beam, incinerating part of the control room. Jake pushes Emily out of the way, but the laser grazes his shoulder, blood streaming down his arm. He doesn't stop. Gripping his shard tightly, he charges toward the suit. Zorath swings a plasma blade at Jake, who ducks just in time and strikes a joint in the suit. Sparks flying. The armor holds strong. Emily fires her pistol at Zorath's energy shield, but it deflects every shot. Chris, still injured, crawls to the control room console and activates the tower's internal defense system. A robotic arm lashes out at Zorath's suit, but Zorath obliterates it with a single swing. Jake spots the suit's power core, a small glowing orb at its center. "Emily, distract him!" he yelled. Emily hurls a piece of a broken console at Zorath, who turns and fires a laser at her. In that moment, Jake reaches the suit and drives his shard into the power core. Sparks erupt, and the energy shield flickers off. Zorath isn't done. He slashes at Jake with a blade, cutting his arm deeply. Jake screams in pain but stands firm, his eyes blazing with an unearthly strength. "This isn't my world," he says, "but this is my fight." He grabs the shard again and delivers a final blow to the power core. The suit explodes in a deafening blast, and Zorath collapses, his robotic mask shattering to reveal his true face, an old, scarred Zorathian. "I cannot lose," Zorath gasps, his voice faltering. Jake stands over him, blood dripping onto the floor. "You already have," he says, and Zorath's eyes close. As the broadcast ends, Chris, still alive, hands Jake a Zorathian data crystal. "These are Earth's coordinates," he says. "Zara gave this to me. She was always your friend." Tears well in Jake's eyes. Zara's betrayal was a ruse. She gave her life to save them. Emily grips Jake's hand, tears in her own eyes. "She fought for all of us," she says. Jake, Emily, and Chris step out of the tower, greeted by a massive crowd of Lowborns. The zoo's cages are opening, and humans are breaking free. Chris leads them to a new Zorathian ship. "Go to Earth," he says. "Reclaim your world. We'll fight the Highborns here and win our freedom too." Emily looks at Jake, a smile breaking through her tears. "We did this together," she says. Jake meets her gaze, his heart swelling with hope. "And we'll go to Earth together," he replies. Jake, Emily, and a small group of humans board a Zorathian ship, heading for Earth. Zorath's sky fades behind them, and a new light glimmers among the stars. Jake reflects, "I'm not animal number 47. I'm Jake Harper. This is the beginning of my story." A pang of sadness hits him. Zara's death was because of him. In the cockpit, Emily takes his hand, and together they move toward a new hope. Earth is still far away, but a fire burns in their heart, a fire that will one day illuminate the entire world. This is Jake's story, the ultimate underdog hero who saved the humans from the brutality of Zorath. So guys, here story ends. If you want next part of this story, then comment 47 in the comment sections. We will bring the new story. If you loved this story, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you got a topic you want us to make a video, write topic in the comments and we'll whip up a new story for you. Catch you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.